In this 20-second lesson on the pentatonic minor scale, we're keeping on with the fourth and final melody here. We're going to have you learning measures 5 and 6 now. So let's just dive right into it. All right, here we are, measures 5 and 6. This is one big phrase that just goes until the last note. All right, now you're going to get a big workout with your second and fourth finger. I'm a big fan of making all your fingers earn their keep. All right, so we're in the extended form or position of the scale. So let's just get started here. You're going to play the 8th fret of the first string with your fourth finger 2 times. And then you're going to play the 6th fret with your second finger. Come over to the 8th fret of the second string with your fourth finger. Now you're going to tap the 6th fret of the first string with your second finger twice. Come back to the 8th fret of the second string, to the 6th fret of the second string with your second finger. Now you're going to play the 8th fret of the second string twice. You see the theme here, right? Then the 6th fret. Come over to the 3rd string of the 7th fret with your 3rd finger. And then the 6th fret of the second string with your second finger twice. Come to the 7th fret of the 3rd string with your 3rd finger, first finger at 5. Back up to the 7th fret again twice. Back to 5. Now you're going to move from extended back to primary, 2 frets down to the 3rd fret with your first finger. Play the 5th fret of the 3rd string with your 3rd finger twice. To the 3rd fret, first finger of the 3rd string. 4th string, 5th fret for 3rd finger. 1st finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret twice. 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 4th string, 1st finger. End the phrase at the 5th fret of the 4th string. Yeah. Okay. So rewind and walk through the explanation, the mechanics. Okay. And then pause the video and play through it yourself. Don't change your fingering to 1st and 3rd. Play all this stuff up here with your 2nd and 4th finger. Get used to using them. Give them the strength they deserve to have to play stuff too. All right? Then when you're ready to continue, press play. We'll keep going. Okay, we're just going to play through this for you to give you a sense of here's what you're going for. Ready? Here we go. 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. All right. Pause the video, rewind through the demonstration, listen to it. Is this what you were playing when you were working through the mechanics? Were you getting this kind of sound out of it? If so, great. If not, go through it again, work it out. Then, when you think you've got it fairly smoothed out, put it to a metronome. It's a cool lick. It dates back to when I was young. I heard a guitar player do this a long time ago, and I went, wow, that's really cool. And it is a pretty cool lick. All right? Then, when you're ready to continue, press play, and we'll keep going. All right, I'm going to play through all 6 measures here for you. You've got 3 complete phrases going on, so let's pay attention to that as you go through. Listen to it, all right? Here we go. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. All right, there you go. All right, there you go. The first 6 measures of this final melody. Now, did you listen to the phrasing? This is important because when you're talking about a subject, you always start with an opening statement. Then you begin to flesh it out with each subsequent statement that you're making or phrase. So you're building the case and demonstrating that you understand the subject that's being discussed. And if it is a conversation between people, then you have to listen to what the other person is saying to know whether their contribution is valid or not, right? Well, in this situation, it's more a lecture than a conversation, in that you are engaged in a monologue and you are expressing to people what you're trying to say. It's like a comedian gets up on stage and starts to tell a story which has humorous high points along the way, and it should be getting funnier and funnier, leading to the climactic punchline, right? So in a similar way here in building a solo, what you're doing is establishing the opening remarks, and then each subsequent thing you are going to say is going to build the argument, make the case that you are putting together a solo that makes sense. So each phrase should point to, lead to the next phrase and suggest what comes next as you build your case, as you build your solo. All right? So I know it's a little abstract in one respect, but as you get better and as you begin to listen to solos by your favorite guitar players, you'll start hearing the better ones are actually speaking in phrases, not just rambling on. And you'll be able to tell when a solo is improvised and not very well thought out versus one that is more composed, because the composed solo, they actually put thought into what they wanted to say musically, whereas the improvised solo, it's kind of all over the place and it sort of kind of works, but it's not as effective. And this is why I'm a fan of composed solos as much as I am also a fan of improvisation. When you become very good at composing solos, then your improvisational skills will also improve as well, because you understand what goes into creating a better solo because you've built good solos. All right? Okay, so when you're ready for the next lesson to continue with this solo, speaking of solos, it'll be there waiting for you, as will I. See you there. Hi, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, it's free. Hit the red button down there in the lower right-hand corner. Below the video, there's a gray notification bell if you want to be notified when new content is posted, which we often do about once a week. I also have Outsmart Your Guitar over on Patreon. That channel features content that isn't included here on YouTube, so you may want to go check that out. There's 2 levels of subscription there, and we'd really love it if you became a patron and showed us your support there as well. All right? Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for your time. We'll see you soon.